Sicily, the largest Mediterranean island just off the toe of Italy's boot shape. In this video, we take you with us to discover its rich history reflected in sites like the Valley of the Temples or in Cathedral of Palermo. Besides admiring unique history, we try some local dishes, unveil the best beaches, and even take you to Europe's highest active volcano, Mount Etna. This time, we want to inspire you to explore Sicily off-season by doing a road trip from Palermo all the way down to Catania. So stay tuned for a lot of adventures today and take a seat, because the road trip just begins.
Getting to Sicily depends on your starting point and preferred way of travel, but here are the most common ones: by air, ferry, train or a car. We decided to arrive to Sicily by plane as it's probably the most convenient way, as Sicily has several airports, with the largest one being Catania, which is probably the busiest one, and Palermo, located near the capital city where we've just landed. Once in Sicily, the island has good road networks connecting the main cities. And as Sicily is the largest island in the Mediterranean with an astonishing 600 miles of coastline, we decided to rent a car and make a road trip through the whole island from north to south and then fly out from Catania.
So we got our rental, it's a Jeep Compass. We got this not really famous rental company called Rivalia, and it looks quite okay so far. The process was smooth, the deposit wasn't so high, but the car isn't the cleanest one from the inside, but that probably doesn't matter that much. But we're heading off the airport. After a little bit crazy drive to the city center through really narrow streets where I needed to fold my mirrors down because it was like 2 centimeters on both sides, we arrived to our accommodation, which is literally inside the city center, and we just cannot wait to hit the streets as the atmosphere is Italian, just crazy and amazing at the same time.
What an atmosphere, right?
It's incredible here. These stairs are quite steep. One of the things you don't want to miss when visiting Palermo is definitely this rooftop experience on the top of Cathedral of Palermo. We got here just before the sunset and the view here is just amazing. You got 360-degree view over the city, surrounding mountains and the sea. The sky is just glowing, there's an inversion over the mountains.
As strolling the city center of Palermo, we made few stops to enjoy local meals and drinks. Our favorite was definitely solo patate, only potatoes, where we had this typical smashed potato filled with bacon and cheese. After a night out, it's time to get some rest, as tomorrow morning we are driving the northern coast towards a very unique place.
It's obvious that Sicily, as it is an island, it's surrounded by the sea, right? But did you know that the island of Sicily isn't just surrounded by one sea, but rather three? These three different seas are the Tyrrhenian Sea, Mediterranean Sea, and the Iovian Sea. This fact made Sicily a popular destination of interest for many civilizations over the centuries, both in Europe and Northern Africa.
San Vito lo Capo is one of the most famous and most picturesque beaches here in Sicily, located on the northwestern tip of the island. The beach is renowned for its fine white sand and crystal clear turquoise water, creating a Caribbean-like atmosphere. It stretches for around 3 kilometers, offering plenty of space for sunbathing, swimming, and relaxing on the beautiful Sicilian sand. The beach is framed by the dramatic backdrop of Monte Monaco, adding to its stunning natural beauty. Its shallow waters make it ideal for families with children, while the surrounding area provides opportunities for water sports, boat trips, and snorkeling. I mean, definitely be prepared for a lot of crowds if you plan to arrive during a high season, but as we are here in early November, completely off season, we can really soak up the vibes nearly alone here, as you can see, and it's just breathtaking. I don't have words for this. Sicilian road trip continues as we drive towards Trapani and Marsala, places where you can find a historic and scenic salt production area. These salt pans have been used for centuries to extract salt from seawater through traditional evaporation methods, making the area both an industrial and natural marvel. The landscape here is characterized by shallow salt basins, windmills, and mounds of white salt. The windmills, once essential for pumping water and grinding the salt, add a nostalgic charm to the scenery now. The salt works are still operational, producing high-quality sea salt that is exported worldwide. While visiting Sicilian salt pans, you can tour the area, learn about the traditional salt harvesting techniques, purchase salt products, or even taste different types of salt.
As you can see right now, we are walking literally on the pools where they are producing natural salt from the seawater. It's really interesting to listen how the production is actually made, and it's really nice that it's passed from generation to the next generation. It's a family business, and it works in a way that there are multiple pools where the saturation of the salt is slowly increasing as the water is evaporating, and in the end there's saturated water which crystallize, and then you can really dig out the salt. Here they don't use heavy machinery, almost everything is done by the hand, and therefore it's an organic salt without any further filtration, washing, and it goes straight to the table. We had the opportunity to test out the different salt they have, and I really have to say that there is a difference between one salt and the other, and one is definitely stronger.
Off-season trip to Sicily means a chance of having a bit chilly or rainy weather. But if you are lucky, you can get extremely beautiful sunny days. We feel so blessed and naturally want to spend as much time on the beach as possible. That's why we opted for another spot, which goes, well, literally to the sea.
One of the Sicily's most iconic natural landmarks is definitely the Staircase of Turks. This stunning rock formation, located on the southern coast, is made of white rock with soft, smooth texture that has been shaped by the wind and sea over the centuries to create natural staircase. The formation slopes gently into Mediterranean Sea, creating striking contrast between the bright white rock and the deep blue waters. The name Staircase of the Turks comes from the legend that Turkish pirates used this spot as a shelter during their raids in this area.
When we speak about this area, we must make a stop at the Valley of the Temples, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most significant archaeological sites of ancient Greek civilization, featuring well-preserved temples. Surrounded by olive and almond trees, the history of the Valley of the Temples dates back to the 6th century before Christ. The valley's serene landscape offers breathtaking views, especially at sunset.
During this road trip through Sicily, we spent each night in different accommodation, in busy city centers, in the mountains, and also in vineyards, basically in the middle of nowhere. There were two very lovely and cozy places where we felt the vibe of Sicilian countryside, something like a farm stay, Balio Occhipinti and Balio Caruana, where we could enjoy local people, products, and pets. Such a wonderful area to explore, where we could also discover the tiny town of Vittoria, full of interesting history and lively nightlife. What a gem in south of Sicily.
We spent our last days on the island of Sicily, in Catania, and finally Mount Etna, the highlight of our Sicilian trip. Hiking Mount Etna was definitely a lifetime experience, and we have so much to share about it that we decided to dedicate it a whole episode. But for now, I can just tell you it honestly overcame my expectations. And I'm looking forward to show you how we stayed overnight in a mountain hut under Etna, with, of course, local food and wine. But most importantly, what it felt like to walk on an active volcano lands. Thanks for making this road trip through Sicily with us. Hope we brought some sunshine to your days. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we can't wait to see you in the next one.